So we're going to warm up by bringing the chest forward and then rounding the spine. Breathe in as you come forward, out as you come back. Feel how the movement moves through as much of your spine as possible, all the way from your pelvis to your head. Couple more. Okay, now sit up nice and tall, and it's best to sit on a little something so you can sit easily nice and upright. Now we're going to put the thumbs in together with the index and middle fingers, and now we're going to rotate left, right, just easy, no forcing, and the movement might increase as you go. And just go with a pace that seems to agree with your body. And then also breathe in one direction and out in the other direction, like this. When you breathe out, pull your abdomen in. One more each way. Okay. Now let's put the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you, look over the right shoulder, and we're going to emphasize rotation of the whole spine here for 3 deep breaths. Breathe in to your abdomen. Pull your abdomen in when you breathe out. Now come back to the middle. Put your right hand on your left knee, left hand behind you, sit tall, and 3 deep breaths. Feel the movement of your breath. Now back to the middle. Now let's put the fingers on the shoulders and the thumbs behind the shoulders. And we're going to do the spinal flex again, but this time with circling of the shoulder girdles. So you're making a big circle with your elbows, and your spine moves just like the first exercise. Breathe in and out. Relax. Make the movement nice and smooth. Okay, one more. Okay, now the hands go together on your back, clasp your hands, and we're going to do the half circle for the neck. So turn your head one way, and then come down in a half circle to look over the other shoulder, and then back. This is the lower neck moving. And again, you can coordinate with breathing in one way and breathing out the other way. Nice, smooth half circle. Go the pace that agrees with your body. Feel the movement of your neck. Are there any kinks in there? Is it clunking in there? Okay, one more each way. Okay. Now we're going to start with the releases. And for the first one, put your finger right in the space behind your mandible, your jaw, under your ear. There's a tight, small space there. And you're going to start with one finger, and then after a while we'll add another finger. So I'm going to put the timer on for 5 minutes. And first, just press your fingers towards each other, right around that corner of your jawbone there. If you're not sure that you're behind it, move your jaw a little bit and you'll feel where you are in relation to your jawbone. So you're pressing your fingers in towards each other, and once you feel like you've got a good sort of indentation there, for lack of a better word, you start to slowly pull down towards the floor. Sit up nice and tall, and then as your finger goes down just a little, you can add the second finger either right above it or even just on top of the nail of the other finger. And so you're still pressing inward, the fingers toward each other, but you're also sort of dragging just a little bit downward. But you sit very tall, don't let your posture collapse. And we're working on opening this space behind the jawbone where your atlas lives. That's the C1, the top vertebra on your neck there, right under your head. And it is important that it has a nice, soft, flexible space. Feel what happens. If your body seems to want to change position a little bit, then you just allow that. And if your fingers start to actually go down your neck, that's fine. But no sliding over the surface. You keep a drag into the tissue. You're not scooting your fingers or rubbing or anything like that. Feel how tough that most likely is, right? And it might be very tender, so if it's very tender, just tune into that, feel the tenderness. Ooh. Sometimes it helps to take a deep breath. Keep letting your fingers sink into the toughness, into the tenderness. Your fingers can just stay in the same place or be slowly going down your neck. Either way is fine. Imagine that you have laser beams coming out of your fingers, and they are softening the space between your fingers. In other words, do your best to feel the space between your fingers. Let it soften. what you feel. That seems like barely enough time for that one. And then the next one is with the thumbs underneath the jawbone. So you can do it just with your thumbs into there, or you can put your elbows on your knees. So your thumbs go right in there under your jaw. And then you can lean on your hands or not. It doesn't make that much difference. As long as your thumbs are going into the tissue under your jaw, which is basically towards the bottom of your tongue. Now focus on this light pressure. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes and your forehead. And just let your head sort of gravity take the tissue into your thumbs. Think about how we just had the fingers to the sides of this, and how does that connect in there with this pressure? Mine's starting to feel really warm. Okay. That was that one. Okay, now we're going to do one for the front of the neck where we put one hand sort of in your shirt a little bit under your clavicle bones, your collar bones, or on them a little bit, and the other hand goes above like a choke type of hold, and the thumb and the index finger both grab the tissue on either side of the neck, and then we're going to go up with that hand and down with the other hand. So there's like a, one hand goes up, one hand goes down after you sink in. So let me get the timer started. So first, really just feel that contact onto your collarbones and your breastbone and of your thumb and index finger into the front of the neck. First, just sink in and then start opening between your hands, ever so little. It's not a huge force. For one thing, you got to be able to keep it up for 5 minutes, so that's a good way to know whether you are trying too hard or not. If you're trying too hard, it will feel like, well, there's no way I can keep this up for 5 minutes, so keep that in mind. And then focus on sitting nice and upright and being curious about your neck. What does this feel like to you? Many of us have had injuries to the neck, large or small. For many people, lots of small ones. Ones that you remember and ones that you don't remember. If your body wants to sort of change position slightly, of course you allow that. opening the front of the neck. If one of your hands feels like it's getting too far away, then just reposition. And if you feel the tissue scoot, you're just let your hand go with it. Pick up the slack. How does this connect to the previous two that we did? Okay, now we're going to do the side of the neck. So I'm going to do with my hand behind my back and just letting my head go to the side. You can also do your arm out if you prefer that. So there's my timer. Just head down. You're not actively bending your head, you're just letting gravity have it. Your posture is upright all the way to your shoulders. And it takes a lot of focus to allow things to happen here. And the focus is just on feeling the side of the neck and letting go of the head some. The neck muscles are so active all day, keeping that head upright and moving. Now we're asking those muscles to relax on that side and lengthen, soften. Feel your whole neck. Remember the first thing we did there at the upper neck and under the jawbone and then the front. How does that connect with the muscles here on the side and the joints? What comes up? What kind of sensations? What kind of feelings? Any emotions? Anything you feel, just notice it. Check your eyes to see if they are relaxed. It works best to have your eyes closed because then you're more likely to be able to focus on feeling. Just imagine opening of that entire side of the neck from the shoulder to the head. Decompression. Like your neck can take a breather. From the weight of the head. Maybe after a while you can get a sense of the head releasing all the way out of the entire shoulder, maybe even down from the shoulder blade. And your ribs on that side. Okay, slowly bring your head back to the middle. Roll your shoulders up and down a little bit. And let's do the other way. If you get tired of sitting cross-legged, you can sit in a chair too if you had to. Okay, now the other direction. Sit upright, from the shoulders down, and let the head go the other way. The arm can be out or just behind you on your back or by your hip. Same thing. How does this side feel compared to the other side? Slow, deep breathing. See if you can feel lengthening of your neck. shoulder slowly going down, and the head slowly going the other way. What do you feel in your chest? Is there something in there that could let go of your neck? By the time we're done, we're going to have necks like giraffes. Okay, slowly come back to the middle. Okay, we're still going to do the back of the neck and then a little unwinding exercise. I'm going to have my legs straight for this next one, just to relieve my knees here for a bit. So this is the one where we put our fingers in the back of the neck muscles. You know, find anywhere in all these muscles back here. The head just goes down. And with your fingers you press inward towards each other again. And then also either up or down, whatever seems right. Just giving a break to these hard-working muscles. These muscles get especially tight if you have a forward head position, which many people do. And then again, check through your whole neck and also the jaw. Is your jaw actually relaxed? And your facial muscles and your eyes. Are you sitting mostly upright, at least into your chest? And then just let gravity take over some more while you keep that bit of pressure in the muscles of the back of your neck. Just give your muscles permission to lengthen a bit more than they normally do. Let them remember their softness. how close is your chin to your chest? Do you feel more tension or more stuckness on the left side or the right side? Okay. Okay, now we're gonna do our unwinding. So that's a little bit not precise. So just sit upright and have your arms kind of loose and close your eyes. I've started the timer already. And now just feel for how does your body want to move. It's going to be different for each of you. See if you can tune into what your body wants to do now. You just worked into some areas. You've been feeling into your body, so the chance that you can let your body take over is pretty good. You can just stay planted with your pelvis and hips down and just let the rest of you just be like a tree swaying in the wind or something. Let your arms go wherever they want to go. Letting go. Find the way that your body wants to move and release now. There's no way to get it wrong. Just go with what feels good and what feels natural. And then if you hit a spot that suddenly feels disagreeable, then you've done a good job. Because that's likely to be a spot where some letting go and softening is needed. And when you get to something like that, just breathe slow and deep. nice pops of my collar